David Yearman.
These bracelets are all for me new.
How much does it actually cost to be in a sorority in Alabama?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Camden and this is Criminally Online. I thought that I had on my For You page curated to what I wanted. Dogs, The Summer I Turned Pretty, Renee Rapp, and yet somehow, still, on August 29th, I'm laying in bed, just doing the do's, and I decide to get on my phone. Now, this is not normal for me because I do work a job where I need to get up and go to work. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to take some time to scroll on my phone. And I thought I had done all the work I needed to. I just got my TikTok back to a normal For You page, and then all of a sudden, I come across this particular video. And it is a video from the Bama Rush TikTok girlies. And I'm like, no. Because I avoided Bama Rush for 2 years. I think it got popular in 2022, when college was back in full swing. And I really don't want to go back to the college days, okay? That was a super traumatic time for me. But here I am. We're going to be talking about basically sorority, college, Bama Rush. Even though I don't want to go back to college, we're going to do it. Because I came across this video from this parent. Just mind-boggled me the amount of money these people spend. So we're going to be talking about a few things. It's all going to fall under the Bama Rush, situation and the Rush TikTok of it all. But really what got me to want to make this video in the first place was this person on my For You page. And this is from a creator named Ashley Jernigan. I don't know. Sorry, Ash. My aunt's name is Ashley. Shout out, Ashley. You're not watching this, but because my family doesn't know I have a YouTube channel, which means all the subscribers that are on my channel are people I don't know. Maybe my sister knows, but the rest of my family that's not immediate family, they don't know I have a YouTube channel, which means that you're cooler than my family. If you subscribe, you're basically family because I have no one else. No one's supporting me from the sidelines. It's you guys, so I appreciate it. And I'm really grateful that you're subscribed. So anyway, we're going to be talking about it. I just could not believe this video because I can't tell if this mother is just an influencer on TikTok, like a mommy influencer, and so that's why she did this video, or if she genuinely is trying to live vicariously through her daughter. And we're going to be venturing down to the overconsumption side of TikTok. So if that's triggering to you, you might want to skip. Actually, don't. You can handle it. I will hold your hand. We will get through it together because if I have to do it, you have to too. So, and listen, I'm not coming at you with Kendra, the psychologist lover. I am coming at you with fun content. So don't even be mad at me, but let's get into it. All right, so this is Ashley. So this is the video that made me want to make this video in the first place because I just cannot believe what I'm watching. And you guys got to watch it too. So
welcome to my dorm hall, except it's everything that I bought my daughter that she doesn't care about. Starting with a monogram tool set.
She cares.
Okay, we first have the headboard, which is fabulous. We have pillows, more pillows with monograms, towels, another comforter. We have a mirror.
Did she just say another comforter? How many comforters do you need on that twin size bed, Ashley?
What is this? A marble top. It's not real marble.
Okay, so we're just gonna get into it. We're diving in deep. The reason that I'm making this video is because I am absolutely appalled by the amount of money spent during college. There is already a ton of money being spent. College is one of the most expensive things I feel like anyone in their life could do. But it is insane the amount of wealth that these people have. And I guess what irritates me is like, we are teaching a group of young people in today's society to want so much that I really don't know what makes the young generation happy anymore. And as somebody that is a materialistic person, like I love items, I cannot imagine, number one, because I'm a poor girl, but I cannot imagine having this much stuff going into college. And like, it's her mom, she says it right off the bat, you know, this is basically everything I want to show you because my daughter doesn't want to. And it's like, yeah, because does it really matter when it comes to her college experience? And I don't know. We just have to keep watching, but sorry, my eyelash is like killing me right now.
Fake marble, but it's going to make a little kitchen area. We have shelves. We have so many cords that she's never going to run out of cords. We have...
Do you guys see that big bag of cords? That is crazy. I mean, I'm living married in my own house and I don't even have that many cords. That's like a fire hazard. Lady, like could burn down the whole building.
Drapes. These are so cute with the scallop.
Drapes? Do you really need drapes? I mean, seriously, come on.
One of the many lamps. This goes above her door, or the back of her door to hang stuff. This is going to have all of her makeup and stuff in it. This is going to go by her desk in.
All of her makeup? That's a lot of makeup. I mean, I have a lot of makeup, but jeez.
Speaking of desk, her desk is going to be covered in this really cute little skirt. And then it has a top that goes on it that's clear. And then we have pink covers for the chairs.
So I just want to say that people are probably going to think that I'm a little bit of a hater, and I'm okay with that. Some things should be hated. And I think one of those is just this over-consuming idea that like you have to have all this to make your college dorm room and experience feel valid. When I was in college, which wasn't too long ago, but kind of long ago, there was the emergence of decorating your rooms. Like there were a few girls that did, and they took it like really far. But honestly, like it wasn't the way it is now. And I just think it's because it's a bunch of rich people being able to do this. And I have nothing against people with money. I think wealth is something that, you know, can be earned. Some people don't earn it. It's what you do with your wealth. I feel like that makes, you know, that shows a lot about your character. When people are poor, they just have to care about things that matter because typically money has to buy a lot of stuff. And so I feel like it's easy for obviously wealthy people to be out of touch, but it's like, it's not just wealthy people. It is literally almost a trend to do this stuff. And I just don't understand because you're only in college for a year. Like this is so much stuff that she's bringing for her daughter. And it's like, I just don't even, that would be such an annoying thing to take apart at the end of the year.
And this hutch is going to go on top of her desk. It's going to be her vanity. So it's going to have her vanity light, her stuff for her makeup. It's going to have books and all.
And it's like, where's your daughter? Why are you doing this? Like, I get that she's excited, and I'm not saying that, like, a mom being excited. Like, a lot of people, they think she's cute. And I'm not going to lie. I like Ashley. But at the same time, I'm like, you're almost exploiting your daughter's college experience and living vicariously through her. And it's like, I don't get the vibe that your kid really wants you to be doing this. So then why are you?
Another lamp. Look how cute this is. Her sister made her for it. Okay.
And this video was 6 minutes long.
Sheets. Pillow topper. Now that's a mattress topper. Another mattress pad. A mattress gripper. Even these things to keep the mattress pad from moving. Air purifier. Light.
Air purifier? Good Lord, those things are expensive.
To go in her closet. Loft stairs, even though I'm not sure that she even needs loft stairs because I don't even think there's room for her to climb on the loft. She got some mugs today. She got
an espresso machine. That's crazy.
Espresso. We got this.
A pink vacuum, which actually, what's so weird is that they have carpet in the room and it almost looks like a bedroom, not a dorm room. So I'm wondering if this is in a sorority house, which it's like, okay.
Pink vacuum. We have a laundry kit with her monogram on it. It's got all the stuff. So when she does her laundry, she has a Hulkin bag. Stick all her stuff in there and then stick her laundry kit in. It's got everything she needs. She's gonna go do her laundry. Then, tools, in case she needs to fix anything. It's got the monogram on it.
Okay, so you get the point. This video is kind of boring because she's just going through a bunch of stuff, but it's the video reveal of what it looks like. Because, yes, she does do the dorm tour for her daughter. And one thing I also want to say is, like, lady, you have 47,000 followers. You have pretty daughters. She shows them on her page. Why are you giving random internet strangers this full access to your daughter's college dorm bedroom? It will not be hard for people to figure out where she lives. And I mean, yeah, there's creepy men on the internet, but like there's creepy boys as well that are going to know everything about your daughter's room. So here's her dorm tour of her daughter's room, which is already insane on its own.
Hi guys, we're here. Finally, move-in day. It is, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night, but we just got it done. Chloe is doing me a favor because Ava left, and so she is helping me film this TikTok.
Ava's her daughter. She says, Ava left. Yeah, because she doesn't need, and also, like, this is nothing against daughter. She probably grew up very wealthy. They seem like they're wealthy. I mean, you kind of have to be, but some people, they'll do whatever. It's like, this is so normal for her, and this would be my dream to have a bedroom or a dorm room like this. And it's like she can't even be bothered to stick around because it doesn't matter. And yet, here we are.
Okay, so this is my favorite little area. Come bring it closer so they can see. This is the little kitchen area. So we put the desktop on here. We've got little coffee cups. So pink espresso.
Champagne flutes that she doesn't really point out. And it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure most colleges don't allow drinking, but
we've got a little microwave.
I do like that microwave. And a pink fridge.
And she has a picture of her mom on the fridge. And then they've got some drinks in here. We don't have any food.
Look at that. Look at how many Alani knew. She's like, we don't have any food.
But at least they have some drinks and snacks. So this little area is perfect.
Also, she keeps saying they, so I'm wondering if she does or doesn't have a roommate. But it's like, imagine you move into your room that you're spending with your roommate, and their mom does all of this crap. And it's like, I don't know if they know their roommate, but I would be annoyed. I'd be like, leave my side alone. Don't touch it. And because hopefully they're under her bed, but if I remember right, I don't think they are.
And then
so that means all this stuff is under the roommate's bed.
And then this is the bed.
Okay, it is her
It's
bed.
got this cute little scallop, and look how
I love her bedding.
Show them this. Those are the little pictures that somebody gifted Ava, and there's some in here for you to put too tomorrow.
Somebody gifted her. Hopefully a friend and not a random stranger on the internet.
And then we've got the monogram pillow. And we did contact paper on here to make the brown white, which is so exciting. Okay, and then we've got the mirror, and then we've got the little vanity area, which turned out adorable. Most everything fit.
And I will be honest, like her dorm room compared to some of the other ones we're gonna watch, honestly is pretty low key. But still, like, I don't even want to know how much all of this cost.
Right there. This is the little closet. It is very small, but we did fit everything in it, and there's a little light. And then here's the sofa. Sofa fit perfect. And look at these. Aren't these cute?
A white sofa.
Little curtains. It's nighttime, so it's dark. Cute pillows, which is so cute. And then she's got a matching lamp. And look how cute her bed is. Everything is adorable.
So she does have a
It
roommate.
was so much fun. I can't believe that you guys wanted to follow along, and
You can't? I'm not. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so that's that video. And that was what got me into this. I'm like, this is insane. And also the level that this lady is excited is just hilarious to me. And it's just shocking. So, okay, now we're going to be looking at some other dorm room hauls. Okay, so we're going to be watching this video from the creator Destiny Moray. She's going to break down a $13,000 dorm room. And thank you, Destiny, for doing this. But this is what I mean. It's like, why are we doing this? $13,000 for one semester? Because these are the kind of people that need like a new theme every year. And it's so unnecessary. It's so just ridiculous. And honestly, it just sets the tone that this is a standard. And none of it matters for education. And we'll get more into that whenever we get to the sorority stuff. But I'm just like, why do we do this? Why do we need this in order to feel important? So, okay, here we go.
Room is worth 2 semesters. I broke it down so you don't have to.
Thank you.
This picture is $230. This picture is $153. This picture is $135. This picture is $240. This photo was also $240. Curtain rod for $47. Another picture for $240. This desk was $240 on Amazon. This picture was $31. This picture is $240. This picture is $230. And this picture.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Jasper, come here. My dog's stepping in. I'm gonna be honest. I personally think that those photos are so cringy. Like, for that much money to be spent on them, and she could be guesstimating. It might not be true. This is just what she's finding on the internet. That is so expensive when you could probably make that on Canva. Not gonna lie.
$400 for these curtains. $23 for this sign on Amazon. This cabinet was $1,950.
They provide cabinets at college. Like, what?
$800, and this lamp was $160, and this Louis Vuitton book $16. I found this for $77, and this was $30.
Okay, so I want to stop and take a look at the background. Do y'all see something that I'm seeing? I spy with my little eye something blue that looks like a cowboy boot. Because it is. There is no way this dorm hall came with cowboy boot wallpaper, which means that they had to put that up. And I've seen many people do this, and it's just like, how are you, number one, getting away with it? And two, why? And there's nothing wrong with things being cute, but it's just so unnecessary. And again, like the planning that goes into it. And it's like, why do we have to have all of this stuff? Okay, like it's fine to decorate. Like, I do not think decorating your dorm room is a sin. I just can't even imagine just like coming up to my parent and being like, I want wallpaper on the walls. And they're like, bet, we're going to do that for you. And it's like, yeah, that's great. They're loved, and there's no need to be jealous of people who can do whatever they want, but it's not necessary. And it almost irks me to see it, because it's just 1 year of your life and there's so many other things that you can focus on. So I just don't understand.
Set was $200. This chair is $1,560.
Wow.
This rug is $1,950.
That is a cute rug. Again, a rug, I get you need one, but like, why do you have to have a $2,000 rug? Locally, I'm going to save that rug though, because that rug's super cute.
This was $990 for this dresser. This
Again.
was $150. Another picture, $240. This photo is $200 on eBay.
And like, what happens if you have a roommate who doesn't have money? Are the other people just going to pay for it? Like, yeah, so that's the breakdown.
$120 for this bookshelf, and these towels were $621, and this was $42. Another photo, $240. Bath rug, $50.
Okay, so you get the point. They spent a lot of money doing this. Here's another dorm tour. She's so cute. Okay, so I wanted to show that video, although it was very quick, because I wanted to show you like what a normal dorm room looks like and what I imagine when someone says like, here's my dorm room. I don't imagine a fully like custom done dorm. I imagine this. And so she goes into her room, and as you can see here, she has a normal student desk with some fairy lights. She's got her little chair and her laundry basket. And then here's her bedding. Look, it's so cute. She doesn't have anything up on the wall. And you want to know why the video was so quick? Because her other side of the room is her roommate's side. And this is what I would consider a good boundary. Because as someone who did go to college and I had 3 roommates, yeah, 3, I was the issue. No, just kidding. I had 3 roommates. And one thing about college is that when you try and like, the worst thing you can do is be roommates with someone that is just like you. It is better to be roommates with someone that is not like you. And by having this same everything, you start to lose personality of your own. And it's like living with a mirror. And one thing about people is that we're not perfect. And it's just crazy that you would want to be so similar just for an aesthetic, when the reality is you might not even use that stuff. Like, what if you find out none of that's necessary and it's taking up so much more room and you want people to come over and it's like, oh, there's not enough room because we have so much crap everywhere. And I personally think that it is damaging to the college experience. It's almost like when I was younger, I used to play Polly Pockets all the time, or like Calico Critters with my sister. And my favorite part about playing was the setup, but I didn't enjoy the actual playing dolls. Just realizing I have an Alani Nu. Hold on, let's pause. Yeah, I will always do that, and this thing is like frozen. I wanted that to give me some energy. But that's okay, I have a Dr. Thunder, because up in this house, we don't buy the real ones. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, that to me is like what a normal dorm room would look like. So let's look again here. Okay, so this is one that I saw that really shocked me because number one, the room is huge. Like, they must be in like sorority houses, because I literally don't know a college that has this big of a dorm room in it. So here's what it looks like. So this one's actually going to show the before and after, and you're going to be shocked. Okay? It's so funny. So if you have watched my other videos, I said that someone from my hometown became a star, and he's actually on the TV at the moment, I'm pretty sure, in this. So I can't play the music, but just look at that, okay? Look at what they have. And then look, they must have gotten rid of that stuff. I'm like, this is nicer than my own bedroom at home. So anyway, that's some of the dorm rooms. And then there was also the topic of people paying people to design dorm rooms. Now, again, this is not brand new or anything. Like, when I was in college, this was sort of the thing, but not to the extent. And I cannot understand why anyone would need to pay to design a dorm room. So we're going to watch that. And it does have copyright music on it. But this lady her name is Mary, and she does dorm room decorating for a literal job, which is crazy. So, first of all, not to judge, but Mary, is that chevron I see? We do not need to go back to those weird patterns, but I feel as though we are getting back to that time. So here we go. Look at that. It's similar to the other one. We have this vase with flowers in it, and it's like why this full accent wall, which with a sconce, and obviously these things can be done without like doing any electrical work, but it's like, why? Why are we doing that? She's got a couch. Those are wine glasses that were in the background. Her bed has a border. So anyway, I want to read some of the comments so that you guys can kind of understand the sentiment of it, and then I'll let you know my thoughts. So one of the comments says, and others struggle with college tuition fees. Hey, I can't afford tuition. Someone says, mind you, more than half the country can't even afford college tuition. The world is getting so dystopian. I can't. Someone says, I miss the dorms of the early 2000s. All looked the same no matter our class. And then someone said, how did you paint? Is that allowed? And she said, we made the wall using fabric. No paint needed. They're going out of their way to design dorm rooms. And that is the reality. So many people can't afford college. And you guys, the worst part is that people who do go to college end up with so much debt that it's like things like this just feel so trivial. They feel so out of touch, and that's because they are. It's not necessary for your college education to have a nice dorm room. And I do want to make it clear, because I am doing a lot of judging in this video, but I am not against people with wealth. I do not subscribe to the idea that other people having money means that my life can't be good. People with money, they just have money. And unfortunately, there's not much you can do about it. But I also find that when people don't spend money and they do have wealth, that they're wasting resources. Like if Mr. Beast didn't donate water to people that needed it in different countries, we would all be up in arms. And it's a good thing he does it. But at the same time, no one's going to bat an eye if Mr. Beast were to buy some sports car that cost over like $200K, because it's Mr. Beast and he has the money to do it. So I'm not saying that because you have money, you shouldn't be allowed to enjoy that money. However, this is not every college, and yet this is what is being fed to young college kids. And before I left, I was talking about how I enjoyed the setup of playing and not the actual pretending to play, because I think that's what this is people like the idea of going to college because they want to dress up and create a dorm room and do all those things, and they don't actually care about their education. And I feel like a part of that problem is because we are sending people to college, allowing them, and I don't think it should not be not allowed, but we are sending them to college to have an MTV Cribs video, and it's like, what are half these people even going to college for? That's how I feel about the sorority. So that's going to be what our next topic is. We are going to be talking about Rush and Bama Rush. And so you might be asking, like, why am I even saying anything about it? Why does it matter? Who cares? You're not in college. People should just be allowed to have fun. But the problem is it sets a standard that isn't necessary. And college has become more about the things you can buy and not about the actual schooling. And I can say that as someone who went to college and didn't even know what I wanted to do. We need to stop sending people to school with no idea of what they want at such a young age, like 18. And that's why it's a problem. So now we're going to be talking about Bama Rush, the thing that ruined my For You page. And specifically the wealth and the identity crisis these girls must be having in order to be in a sorority. And so we're going to be talking about a few things, like who is E. Newton and who's David Yurman? Like, who are these people and why is everyone and their mom wearing them? So let's get into the Bama Rush.
Good morning. Today's day 5 of Sisterhood. We finally get to our dresses, and we have an OOTD. My shoes are from Target.
Are y'all twins? Like, what's happening here? Okay.
My shoes are from Target. My dress is the Pants store. My rings are Target. Bracelets are Altered State and E. Newton. Target, Claire's, Kendra Scott, made by Mary. My dress is from Adidas. My shoes are Paws Boutique. So are my earrings and my bracelet. Amazon, E. Newton, and Coach. My dress is Up Richards. My shoes are X Appeal. My necklace is Pandora. My earrings are Paws Boutique. And then Hermes, Random Boutiques, Valentino, Amazon, Dior. My shoes.
The way she just casually said Hermes, Dior. So if you've been watching TikTok Rush Tok, you would know these videos. So basically what it is, they do OOTDs every day before their Rush event. And if you don't know what Rush is, it has to do with sorority life. But the reason it's such a big deal is because every year we see an exuberant amount of wealth when watching these girls go through their Rush week. Just what it means to be in a sorority through the lens of social media, and then what they try and sell you what a sorority is. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this is that they are trying to tell us that this is about philanthropy and it's about sisterhood, when we all know that's a load of crock. I mean, let's be honest. Sororities are for the wealthy and those who want to say they want to do nice things. Again, it's like that conversation about Mr. Beast and like doing things. I think a sorority is great if what they're doing is philanthropy. And I know not all sororities are the same, but specifically with Bama Rush, it's a bunch of white people, white women, mainly that we watch. I could not even imagine the frat side of TikTok, if that even. God, do not ever, dear God, it's me, Camden. Please never allow frat talk to be a thing. Oh my gosh. I feel like cursed even speaking it out loud. But it's mainly just a bunch of people in the South. And it just like, I don't understand what they think they're doing being a part of a sorority. And I really believe that it is more about a fashion show, more about what you wear and how much money you can flex and how much your parents can pay, because let's be honest, none of these girls, or most of them, are not paying for it on their own, and we're going to watch a video about that later. And why is this more important than education? Why are we teaching our young adults that they need to go to college to have this experience? This experience will mean nothing to you if life hits the fan. If mommy and daddy quit paying your bills, your sorority won't matter. Yes, you might have lifelong friends. That's what college is for. You don't have to have a sorority to do that. But it is insane the things that happen during this week of Rush Tok. And it just makes me feel like we are so out of touch with the world. So,
Michael Kors. My dress is Anthropology. These are E. Newton, Pandora, E. Newton, a Little Boutique in Florida. This is from a Little Boutique in LA, and my earrings are from TJ Maxx. We are so excited! Oh my goodness! And as always, roll tide!
Roll Tide, as Hannah Brown would say. Okay, so that's this one. Now we're going to watch another.
Okay, y'all, it is day 4 of Alabama Rush and day 2 of Philanthropy, so here is what I'm wearing.
And what does that mean? You know, they never say any of that. All these girls are rushing, and they're always like, day 2, it's Philanthropy. And it's like, okay, well, what is that? Can you explain? I mean, I know what it is. But do you know what it is? And also, are you even doing anything for philanthropy while you're there? And why are you doing this before you even get in? Because we haven't even talked about the fact that you have to pay to be a part of Rush. Number one, that would cut me out because I hate paying things to do them. It is one of my biggest, no-nos in life. I do not want to pay until I know what I'm getting. You might not even get in. And that's insane. The amount of money that they have to spend to just be a part of the Rush is crazy. Because not everyone gets what they want. So.
Is from Love Shack Fancy, and my top is from UA Panhellenic. My jewelry is pretty much same as always. E. Newton, Kendra Scott, David Yurman, and Every Jewels. And then my pearls are from Kohl's. My heels are these Jimmy Choo heels. I had so much.
I will never own a Jimmy Choo in my life. What do you mean you have a pair of Jimmy Choo heels? And as you can see in the background, in her room, she's got wallpaper or a rug on the wall too. And it's like, you guys haven't even started school yet. Do you even have your books? You've spent so much money already, and you're not even in the school part of it.
Today, and I am so excited for today. So happy Bama Rush and Roll Tide.
OTD for Bama Rush Day 6. Today is the second day of sisterhood, and I tried to do a little something different with my hair. I don't know how I'm feeling about it yet, but my dress / romper is from Revolve, and it's linked in my bio. Those are DSW, same as yesterday. A cute little pearl bow necklace is from Anthropology. My earrings are Peak in My Hometown, Every Jewels. These are E. Newton. And chain is Every Jewels. Kendra Scott, David Yurman, Dior, and Hermes.
Married. From Hellsberg's Diamond. I mean, seriously? Do y'all have jobs? How are you affording this? And again, it's not that I don't like the wealthy people and that they have money. It's that, why? These girls are like 2 years old. They don't even know who they want to be yet, and they're wearing Dior on their hands to a lunch. It's like, I will never be a part of this tax bracket. You know what I mean? These people have money. And I just cannot imagine trying to be a normal person rushing when you got girls like her. And I'm not judging these girls. They are all beautiful and they all seem nice. But it's just, do you not feel pressure to be the prettiest in the room or to have the most expensive outfit on? Because that's what this is telling me as a viewer that you're posting. Like, you just all need everyone to know that you have probably over $2,000 on your hands. And I'm just like, what does that have to do with literally anything?
Everything. I feel like I'm going to host a dinner party. All right,
Honestly, like for real.
Rush, good luck to everyone rushing. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for watching. I love y'all.
All right, and then from our girl, Destiny again. I love you, Destiny. I love you so much for doing this stuff. Go follow her. She's going to do a outfit Bama Rush breakdown, and this is really going to show you the reality of Bama Rush.
Rush here at the University of Alabama. So my dress is aloe.
Aloe dress, $128.
My shoes are Golden Goose.
Golden Gooses, $660. Gooses.
And my jewelry is E. Newton.
Is it geese? Anyway, $180 for all the E. Newton.
David Yurman.
Golden geese. No, $395
Yeah.
David Yurman. $7,350 Cartier bracelet, and then $4,950.
Again, with the Cartier bracelet, like, I only know who Cartier is because of Tana Mojo buying a Cartier bracelet for the first time, and she, like, wore it forever. But these are college. I am just struggling today. My phone, everything just keeps dying. But honestly, it might have been a sign from God because this girl's outfit was $15,000. Why? That's all I have to ask is why? And when are they getting these things? Like, are your parents just coming to you at Christmas time and like, here you go, here's your little Dior for the month? And it's like, I hate to sound like a hater, but I am a hater. And someone comments, the 2 bracelets being $10K is wild. Then someone says, not counting her $3,000 of his $3,000 extensions. This is their normal though. And it's like, what do we do about that? You know what I mean? What about the college experience needs to be like this? That's the real question I think we really need to ask ourselves. What about Greek life requires people to be like this? And for those that would say, well, it doesn't require it, I would argue it does. Because why else would this be like that? What kind of idea and mindset are we showing these young women that they need to have? In my opinion, sets them up for failure. And I'm not going to be sold the lie that this kind of stuff doesn't matter when recruitment comes around. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Because why then would everyone be doing it? A couple of names have been brought up. Number 1, David Yurman and E. Newton. E. Newton. So, what are those? Those are jewelry companies. And apparently in the South, you're not going to college unless you got an E. Newton stack, okay? So here we go. This is the E. Newton website, and looks like We'll just click on the most basic shop. This is what most girls would be wearing. So for one, oh my gosh. Classic gold 2mm bead bracelet, $42 for that. That's what we're spending our money on. Like, this is cute. Yeah, so let's see. Basically, they are like stacks that you would get. So you're not just buying one bracelet. It reminds me, it's very Visco Girl, expensive version though. Like, crazy expensive version. Okay, so let's go to stacks. So for one stack from E. Newton, we have it starting at $206, $118, $204, and I'm sorry, but these are literally so basic. And this is the thing about people with wealth, is that some of them, I'm thinking in my head, like, you could have bought that off of Shein. You know that, right? And yet here we are with a $200 stack that looks like everyone else's stack. At what point are you all just the same person and not individual people? If all that you are putting up on the social media is this version that you can tell is like all of them look the same. So that's E. Newton. That's what everyone is wearing. Personally, I would never spend $200 on a bracelet set. But then we have David Yurman. And then obviously we know those other big name brands like Hermes and Dior. David Yurman, a lot of them were wearing rings. This is like a step up. That's why they all have E. Newton, because that would be the more affordable version. But a lot of them were David Yurman. And here we have this ring for almost $3,000. And it's like, it's a beautiful ring, but at the same time, you're 18, Sarah. Do you need a $3,000 ring? And what is with these parents? Genuinely. Like, if I were a mom, I'd be like, heck no, you're not getting a $750 pair of earrings. Some of this stuff, I just don't understand the appeal to it because it's not what I'm personally into. I mean, hello, I thrifted this grandma sweater. So to end the video, we are going to be breaking down the sorority cost. And that is like the antithesis of this entire video. Is why are we doing this, okay? What is a sorority really like to be in? And we're going to listen to a few people because that's what I'm curious about. I'm not curious about their OOTDs because at this point, all you're doing is showing off your wealth. And I know they're not doing it to be mean. This is just literally a part of the Bama talk of it all. But it does make me feel like we're missing the whole point of why they're even there, which is for sorority. And I want to listen to this girl talk about her experience and the cost of what it's like to be in the sorority. And just keep that in mind, thinking about what they're wearing. And now we're going to actually get to what they have to owe. And this is not just for school. This is just to be a part of a sorority. This is from a creator named Mylea Trevino. Sorry, girl, that you got a last name that matches Ash Trevino. But we're going to listen to her.
Sorority at Alabama was not worth the $1,100 a month. I'm not sure if there's any way to prepare.
Y'all, my rent, $1,100 a month. And school's expensive on its own. My rent is not even, it's like a quarter of that.
I figured out very quickly that being in a sorority at Alabama was not worth the $1,100 a month. I'm not sure if there's any way to prepare you for the financial burden you take on when you join a sorority. When I went through Bama Rush, one of the first things every house told me was exactly how much their dues were, and I was like, okay, like, yeah, like, I'll make it work, but what you don't realize is all the extra costs that are going to come with joining a sorority. Just what happens when you're in an organization with nothing but rich, wealthy girls. Just want to add here, you don't have to be rich to join an Alabama sorority. You can definitely make it work, but it's going to be a struggle. You know, most sororities aren't like this, but every time there was a day party, I felt like I was actually about to go to a fashion show, and I don't know why, but I felt pressure to get on Revolve and get like a $200, $300 for 11 lemons dress every single time.
She's like, I don't know why I felt pressured. I do, because you have all these girls that aren't even a part of a sorority yet, and they have a full list of outfits because that's what's important into getting into a sorority. You can't convince me otherwise, because if it wasn't important, then why are they all doing it? I mean,
some type of event. I was like, oh, it's so normal for like all these other girls to have like all that stuff, so I guess I should buy it too. And obviously that added up. And not only that, but there are fees. Basically, in pretty much any sorority, anytime you get like punished, it's going to be with money. So if you
Punished. If I'm paying you $1,100 a month, why are you punishing me? And she'll get into it, but they get punished for not going to events. And it's like, I paid to put the event on. So if I can't go because I have schoolwork, and that's what's confusing to me, is that sororities are at college and it's all about philanthropy. Where's the college part of it? Because they always get penalized for not being there. They don't even have time to do homework or normal college things, the reason they're even at the school in the first place. And it is a rich person club. And it's like a country club. Like, you're paying to be there, except for it's even crazier and everyone looks the same and acts the same. And that's what I really don't understand about sororities, is that they're paying so much money, but that's why the college has them. Because they're all like, sure, if you fail, you'll be back next year. I don't get it.
miss a chapter, didn't do something on time, you're going to be fined. I'm a STEM major and I do not have time to always make it to every sorority event, so I kept getting hit with crazy fines for missing things, and it would just make my dues even more expensive than the $5,000 it already is every semester.
$5,000 a semester on top of probably an already extremely high tuition.
Every sorority has a philanthropy, and for ours, we would have to raise like $200 each semester. But if you couldn't find people to donate to you, you would have to money out of your pocket. And dues never stop. You get that bill every month. You have to put in a credit or a debit card to pay them. It's never ending. I just realized like the experience I was getting just wasn't worth the money I was paying anymore, and I can talk more about that if you guys want me to. I've been refraining from it.
And that's the thing, is like most of the time with the sororities, what you're getting out of it and what you're paying is literally nothing except for parties and maybe friendship. And that's one thing about college I always joke about, is that I'm in debt basically for getting a best friend. And I love my best friend. Shout out Juliana. I love you. I love you so much. But I didn't want to pay that much money to get a best friend. But that's essentially what all these women are doing, and people in frats. And I think it's just a way for people to spend money.
I just still have so much love and respect for everyone, but basically the main reason I dropped and why most people drop is really freaking expensive.
Yeah, it is. And it doesn't, in my opinion, need to be. And a lot of sororities, so, like in smaller areas, sororities are much different than like Alabama and stuff. I've heard Charleston is super expensive in the sororities. Like the stuff you see on TV is what Bama Rush is. But then there's other sororities where it is just kind of like a group and you meet up. And that to me would be worth joining. This just seems like a money pit. But you know why it doesn't matter? Because she probably wasn't paying for it and taking it out of her own pocket and working a job, whereas everyone else is, their parents are paying for it. So it's like, of course, why would they care? Okay, so here's another one.
In my video where I talk about how much it costs to be in a sorority at the University of Alabama, I saw a lot of people in the comments were really confused and also really interested in the topic, so I thought I could break down the cost even more for y'all. That way you guys can better understand what these girls are paying for and why I say it's worth it to live in the house in some situations when you start to break down the cost. I do want to make a disclaimer again that tuition varies for every sorority across the University of Alabama, so these are just general costs. And I'm basing my information off of what I paid to be in my sorority, as well as some research I've done online. Like I said before, the general cost to just be in a sorority and not to live in the house is around $7,000, but it can go as high as $9,000, especially if it's your first year, because you have to pay all your new member dues. Extra dues you have to pay.
And there's new member dues. Oh my gosh.
Member, you don't really get anything out of those. I believe just go to the nationals for the sorority, and they're just supposed to be paid for your registration and all of those fees. Now, even if you don't live in the house, if you have that sorority membership, you do get food automatically. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner 5 days a week.
So this is something she's going to talk about, and the reason I specifically chose this video is because this is what college does. Okay, this is what they do. They will say to you, oh, it makes more sense to live in the sorority house because you're going to get your food paid for. No, babe. You pay for that food. You're paying for it. That astronomical price that you're paying every month is paying for the food. So it's not free. Just like your dorm room's not free, or your room or your food at college or your schooling. We just always think about the schooling. But she's going to be like, oh, it's so nice because it's so much cheaper. And maybe it is to be in the sorority. But then count all of the other dues that you're paying and the new membership fees. And it's like, when you actually break that down, you'll realize that you're actually wasting more money because you're already paying for it. And you will never amount to what you're putting in. You will never reach that amount because it's extremely high.
Provided for you, which is really helpful. And on top of that, every sorority house, especially at Alabama, has snacks. So like I said before, I love...
Oh, good. They have snacks. That's nice. That is really wonderful. I love snacks. I mean, that would make me definitely want to pay $9,000 a year.
Shop in my snacks in my sorority house instead of going to the store and buying snacks. So even though I wasn't living in the house, I definitely...
Mind you, you're paying for them. So it would be dumb to go to the store and buy snacks because you already paid for the snacks that are in the house.
Saving a ton of money there because I wasn't having to go buy snacks. I could just bring them back to my dorm with me. On top of that, those fees are going towards any date parties, t-shirts you might get. We also have like flowers.
Again.
And other fun events that just show up randomly to surprise you. One time for Rush Week, we got little clip-on ring lights. I'm actually using one of them right now. And my sorority house had a coffee shop inside.
She just said, my sorority house had a coffee shop. Where are you going to school that there's a coffee shop in your sorority house? Like, it's normal for colleges to have coffee shops. And I'm like, I need to just for funsies, like me and my husband go on a road trip and just pretend to be college students and see where they live. Like, not even the TV shows have shown someone having a coffee shop in there. So she's like, I got free coffee. Again, you know what I mean? You're paying.
Was super helpful. And they would also give you like free things if you got good grades. So I got like a Lululemon gift card once because I got straight A's. And then if you're gonna...
I don't need to keep repeating myself, but it's not free. You're paying for it, babe.
In your sorority's house, you're going to pay $14,000, and then most of that $14,000 is going to be your living cost. However, everything I just mentioned before is also included in it, and you're not having to pay for water or electricity. You would...
This is what I mean by being uneducated about it, because she probably wasn't the one paying for it. But it's like, no, you are paying for the electricity and everything else that's in the house. It's just, you don't know because you're not thinking about it. And so it's not free. You're paying for it. So...
in a dorm, but a lot of people live in apartments as well, so they would have to. On top of that, the one major perk I did see about living in the house is that you get to use the house during the summer for storage. At least with my house, you didn't have to go get a storage unit if you were going home for the summer.
Well, that's nice. A glorified storage unit.
You add up housing and the meal plan, it's around $12,000. Subtract that from the fees that it would be living in the house, you'd only be paying $2,000 a year for your sorority. That is why people...
But that's not talking about all the events that you got to show up to. If you don't show up, you're getting fined. All the outfits that you have to pay to get there. So no, it doesn't equate to the same. So that's her video. And then this is a creator. This is definitely not Olivia. Haha. She's going to be breaking down how much it costs to live in a sorority for Bama Rush. So here we go.
Actually costs to be in a sorority in Alabama. You've probably been seeing Rush videos all over your For You page. What you might not know is that girls literally have to pay to go through Rush, and then they have to pay dues to their sorority every single month or every semester depending on the sorority. And let me tell y'all, this ain't cheap. So first and foremost, just to register to go through the sorority recruitment process, just to Rush, it is $370.
That's a car payment. That's literally a car payment. And why do they have to pay to do it? Why? What? And never mind. Let me answer it for myself. They have to pay so they can do things like dances and have random crap, like she said, a ring light. And it's like, is that really necessary for literally anything? They're just trying to get into a sorority. Why do you need to spend $375? You guys, if you like this video, let me know down below. Maybe we could do a part 2. But there's a sorority house video. Like, I can't even talk about that part of it. That is crazy. It had to be done by like a production team. Why does that matter? These girls are already buying such expensive outfits and paying these extremely high dues just to register, and you need to put on a full play to get them to want to be there. That is insane.
And Rush is the week before school starts, so if you have to move in early because you're going to be living on campus, it's another 180. This doesn't include the money spent on outfits or girls getting their hair and nails done. This is literally just a sign up for the recruitment process. Once you actually successfully are in a sorority, then you get hit with your first fill. Now, the amount of dues that you pay each month or each semester fully depends on the sorority and if you live in or outside of the house. But your first semester in the sorority, your fees are always going to be higher because you have to pay initiation fees and new member fees. But the average for the first semester is
all I hear is fake fee, fake fee, fake fee, fake fee.
$4,280 at Bama. However, the highest fee, $5,240. If you live outside of the sorority house per semester,
mind you, that's the first semester, not including school or anything else.
The average is $3,750, but the high is $4,400. Now, usually this does include some sort of meal plan, but of course that differs by house. If you live in the house, however, the average $7,600 a semester. High $9,470. Usually girls have to pay for the t-shirts, the outfits, all.
So the other girl's math was like, it's like $12,000. And then you see here, and she's like saying the averages and stuff, but it looks like it would be cheaper to live outside the house in most cases.
Include any fines that they may receive for not going to a meeting, for example, or missing an event. This is literally just to be in the organization.
And mind you, these meetings are with like 200 girls or something in one meeting. It's like, are they really taking attendance and one person doesn't show up and they're like $50? It's like an HOA. And I refuse to ever live in one. You are never going to tell me what to do on a property that I own. And that's basically what it is. You're not in charge of your education. They are. And they're going to charge you probably the rest of your life. So that's everything that I wanted to cover when it came to the sorority life and just the craziness, what they have to go through in order to literally just even be a part of what they're calling a group of women to do philanthropy. It's basically just rich people doing rich people things. And I think the biggest thing is that I just genuinely, doesn't matter whether your status is wealthy or not wealthy, why are we teaching young people to go to college for the experience and not the education? So that was a lot. That felt mentally draining, to be completely honest. But I had a good time, and I hope you did too. If you do, let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. I have gotten some new followers, and I'm so grateful for you. So I will hope to catch you in the next one. And just remember that I love you, someone loves you, and God loves you. Go in peace. Bye-bye.